Urban Meyer, Coach, it's JP Shadrick with you. Not the result you wanted tonight on the scoreboard, but what did you learn about your football team tonight?
Well, just disappointed in the first half. 85 total yards of offense, and it was a classic how not to play field position football, and that is the 2 penalties on special teams put us deep in our own territory to start a drive. And then you go for it on 4th and 1, and that's 3 times that you put your defense in poor field position. So just classic how not to play a game, and good learning experience. We're going to have a good conversation about that, and you just can't have nonsense penalties on special teams, especially when knock one out. I think it was like a 60-yard return.
Yeah.
Defense good against the run, but we got to tighten up our coverage. And then offensively, we had a couple pressures, a couple sacks early on against the young quarterback. We just got to stiffen that up. Second half, I like the fact that we went much better tempo. I don't want to be a slow offense, and we're going to chat about that as offensive staff. I want to get up the line and go. And I just felt like we were slow. So a lot of things to work on.
Trevor Lawrence tonight, Coach, 6 of 9 passing, 71 yards. You mentioned a couple of sacks there early in the game. How is his grasp of things? Obviously, the lights aren't too bright for him. He's been through this a time or two at a high level. What did you make of his night overall?
It was decent. I asked the same thing to Schottenheimer, and he's pretty average, but you never know until you watch a film. We'll visit with everybody next week and give you a better evaluation. He certainly wasn't awestruck in the speed of the game. There's fast players all over the field, but I thought he had a couple of very nice passes. He stayed in the pocket and delivered one down the field to Marvin. Yeah. I thought his best throw was the outcut on the 3rd down onto his left. He threw it on time and great anticipation of the route, and we got the first down. So he was okay, and just need more experience. I know we got to get him out of the game, but I want him to play, and I want to play to the guys. But I get it. It's a 20-game season, so you got to be smart.
You got to listen to the coordinators. You were saying this earlier this week. Darrell Bevel, Brian Schottenheimer are advising you wisely, I think, right? Because
I just want to play. I want to play and go, and it is the reality is this is a marathon, and that's why I hired those guys.
C.J. Beathard toward the end of the game, 13 of 16 passing tonight, 102 yards. How did he look for you?
He looked good. He had tightened up a little bit. That's why we got Jake in there. But Jake also threw in a couple nice passes. CJ, I'm glad he had some success. I like the guy, tough guy, and works real hard at it. But he got the ball out quick. We went better tempo, and that's the way I want to play. I want to get up to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball, and go.
Couple final thoughts with you, Coach Urban Meyer, with us here on Jaguars postgame. You mentioned the run defense. Strong early. The first group looked good tonight. That was a priority in the offseason. That's a positive step.
Very strong. The one that gave up 300 yards passing, but I'm looking right here. Net yards rush was like 40-some yards. So very good against rush defense. I never felt one time. We had 2 big, 2 screen plays we let get out. And that was, that was a big part of it. And then also, young Tyson got beat. We were man-free in the, 50-50 ball, and the guy came down with it. So a lot to work on. But overall on defense, I thought I enjoyed watching our defense play. Offensively, you got to get going.
Final thought with you here. We saw a photo of you before the game kind of coming out of the tunnel, first time. You glad to be back? Is it what you thought?
Yeah, it was I love the stadium. Obviously, when I was in Florida, we jogged on that field 6 times, I believe, and just kind of makes me jog off this field a winner.
Sounds good. Coach, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
Head coach Urban Meyer joining us on Jaguars postgame, the first word with the head coach each and every week. And Jaguars postgame is presented by Florida Home AC. Call Florida Home AC today, official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What's going on? This is Agent K with the TEAL podcast. Jay is on the way, and we are just tuning in to hear the post-game presser from Coach Urban Meyer, courtesy of the Jaguars post-game show. So stay tuned as we continue on.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Call Florida Home Air Conditioning, my choice for heating and cooling.
For a limited time, Florida Home.
Yeah, Florida Home don't pay us. So we're going to give a special shout out to our sponsors, the Miller Creative Group. Make sure you check them out online at mcg247.com or on all social media platforms at mcg247. Miller Creative Group, discover the one source difference. Big shout out to 904 Printing. Check them out online at 904printing.com or on all social media platforms at 904 Printing. Call for your quote today. Also, a big shout out to the Do Vault. You can get your custom Jag swag like this hat here over at theduvault.bigcartel.com, or you can check them out on social media at the Do Vault. And a special shout out to Anchor and Deck Fencing. If you need any work done, fencing, deck work, anything in the yard, make sure you hit up Anchor and Deck Fixing for an appraisal today.
Yeah, I just keep everybody reminding me it's 20-game season, so now was it 19-game season left? Yeah, disappointed with the offense, 85 yards first half, and it was a classic how not to play field position. Guys give great effort on a kickoff return and knock it out 60 yards, and it goes back to the 10-yard line. Just classic how not so teachable moment. And then and that was one of our good players. I think it was Dewey, Wingard. And then the 4th and 1, real disappointing. I thought our defense hung in there. We gave up a lot of yards passing, but did good against the run. Trevor, I believe, was 6 and 9, but we gave up 2 sacks, I believe, with the number 1 offense line, which shouldn't do. But I'll get more for you if he's holding the ball a little bit long. I kind of felt he did on one of them. But we'll have more for you after watch. But just disappointed offensively. I don't like slow offenses, and I told those, I thought the third quarter was better with just tempo, getting up the line of scrimmage, snap the ball, and I don't want to be one of those slow, wallowing offenses, and we'll get that fixed.
Do you think the tempo was on Trevor?
No, it was on us. We just got to get it in, go, and emphasize that. No, not at all.
Trusted what he saw, or when you're holding the ball on, or was he?
I have not even really had a chance to chat with him yet. I will. I'll certainly answer that question when I talk to him. But I asked the same thing to Bev, but I'm not Bev, but Shadi. I said, "How do you play?" And he said, "We did pretty good." I thought the ball on his left, right in front of us. I think it was 3rd down. He really anticipated a nice outcut, scrambled and delivered a nice one down to Marvin Jones. But I do believe he held the ball a little bit, and I got to find out why. We got to find out why.
Is that kind of what you expect out of a rookie guy too, first time? For there to be some jitters and be some things like that, as opposed to pretty good at it, as opposed to throw interceptions.
Well, he's played in environments tougher than that one now, but it is an NFL team, and that's there's good players all over the field. So I'm anxious to talk to him. I've not spent, we're coaching the game, so I'm going to spend a lot of time. What did he think? He certainly wasn't awestruck. We got to execute better. We got to protect him better, and got to get all our wideouts healthy and just play better.
Urban, how did you think that Cam Robinson and Juwan Taylor played for you tonight?
I asked him, and once again, I just don't know because I don't want to say something I haven't really studied yet.
Is it any more concerning that you had most of your starters and they had most of their backups, third teamers in them?
Concerning? Yeah, everything's concerning. That's my job to be concerned. Yeah.
Coach, with practice, CJ had Thursday, pretty good one from what I saw, and then made a couple plays tonight. Are you much more encouraged?
CJ Beathard?
CJ?
Henderson.
Oh yeah. I saw him make a couple plays out there tonight. I'm just like the fact he's getting back into game shape. I'm not sure how many plays he had, but that COVID knocked the teeth out of him, and then he came back and started practicing good. So we just got to get him revved up at game speed and game shape. We get Taven Bryan back tomorrow. We get Philip Dorsett back tomorrow, which is going to be important. DJ Chark's still a little bit of ways away. We need some juice on offense right now.
The Schobert trade, are you guys paying a portion of his salary?
I believe we are. I don't, that's a trend. Yeah, I don't want to say something that's not true.
Can you just take us through why he wasn't a good fit for this defense?
I wouldn't say he's a good fit. We felt good about the depth that we have right now at the linebacker position, and that was one of those things. I just listened and learned a lot about the whole process with that, and I get it. You got special teams value too. With you start taking Quarterman and Quincy Wilson and Dakota, and there's another one, Chappelle. So we have 4 young cats that have some really special teams value to us right now.
How did you feel out
And Damian, we felt, is really coming on. I'm sorry?
How did you feel out there? Your first NFL game coaching, and then first game in general in a couple
Felt great until I looked up and saw 85 yards at halftime. So
What do you feel as positives for your defense? I mean, it seemed
Defense?
Like, it seemed like the run defense.
Yeah, I thought good energy. I thought we're gonna, we are, the Baltimore and it's the Jaguar style of Joe Cullen. I thought the defense line, we made some investment in the defense line. I never felt like we lost the line of scrimmage on the defense. Obviously, we just got to make a couple plays with the balls in the air. The two screen plays came, it was like we never saw a screen before. And they came out, Cleveland executed it good, and we just didn't play well on the screens.
Did you find it at all disheartening, even though a lot of the players that were in the game at the time may not even be on your roster, that gave up a 20-play, 89-yard drive in the fourth quarter that ate up 10 minutes of the clock?
Am I disheartened?
Yeah, I mean, just when you see something like that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Just, like you said, I'm not sure. I'll visit with our defensive staff, who's on the field, why are they on the field, why do we take it. Coach Strong and I had a little chat, like, it's the newness to me is the length of the season. I keep hearing that over and over again, and I just, I'm learning. I would have kept them in the whole game, but that probably is not very intelligent. The ones or overall? The ones, I think we had 2 sacks with the ones, but I'm not sure it was a pressure. I'm sorry, I'll let you know more this week.
Let's take 2 more. You have your first cut down day on Tuesday. Do you walk out of here tonight knowing what you're going to do? Or how
No.
you're gonna...
No, that's going to be tomorrow. We're going to, I think we go down to 85 and then, just keep cutting each week.
Obviously, you were down DJ still. So I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
Obviously, you're down DJ Chark still. What did you see from the wide receivers that were out there? Were they able to create?
Just okay. I thought Laviska and Marvin competed really well. I thought the 2s and 3s went in there and really competed. I thought, I love Hammond. I love the damn Tavon Austin shows up in 5 days and he's all over the field. So I like those guys, man. They just practice like that. So you got Shark and Philip Dorsett are guys we're counting on. And then Agnew, I pulled him. I thought he had a couple nice plays, but I pulled him out because he's our returner. And we invested quite a bit into that. So he's going to be with kid gloves until we get to game 1. He's so valuable. So I'm not panicky. I saw the same thing you did. Let's move the ball down up the field, and we didn't do it.
Lopsided game late. A lot of coaches would have been running the ball to get out of there. You're calling timeout. Get guys play. Does that say a little bit about what you're doing, trying to get a look on all these guys, even though?
Yeah, I just think it's fair. We're gonna, the livelihood of some players are gonna be on our hands right now, and so I just kept staring at it, and I said, I want to see these guys play. Half those receivers will be gone, and how do you do that without letting them play? I'm sure Cleveland, they probably got the same dilemma. That's the way I look at it. As I've been saying all along, I'm trying to take as much subjectivity out of this as I can, and how do you do that? Watch the film and chart it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
That was head coach Urban Meyer after the Cleveland Browns walk away with a victory in the first preseason game of the season, of the Trevor Lawrence era. Let me get this out of here. I don't like all that. Oh, man, Herbs. You love it. You love it. You love listening to Urban Meyer and the way he talks about the game. When he says things like, am I disheartened? Of course I'm disheartened. Like, what do you mean? Of course I'm disheartened. What are we talking about? Like, I just love that energy Urban Meyer gives off, man, because you do, man. You get these goofy ass questions so often in these interviews, and so it is hilarious to me when coaches actually give non-generic, they have some snark to them responses. So, we're back, Brandon Linda. Let's get back to it. Hold on.
As well, obviously some things we didn't, can't speak on it until you truly watch the film. You always feel a certain type of way, but until you watch the film, that really solidifies what happened out there.
How did you feel about Trevor's command in the huddle tonight?
I thought he did well. I mean, a rookie first preseason game. I remember how I was then. I thought he did well. Again, room to grow. First preseason game. Excited for what's to come.
Coach Meyer mentioned wanting to up the tempo and get you guys to the line faster. How do you fix that?
You just rep that in practice. You know what I'm saying? That's just something you got to do in practice, and that's something that we'll emphasize this week.
I think after he came out, you and he came out at the same time, and you guys were sitting on the bench right next to each other. Can you kind of give us an idea of what you guys were just talking about then, and maybe what you were telling them, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's just number one. Here we are back at it, right? It's football. The same game we've been playing since we're kids. I think we're going to be a very good team. We're talking about what went on out there. So, I mean, the kid understands it. He sees it, and he's only going to get better. I wish we had more time to play out there. You know, as we get going, everything starts rolling, right? You get to see the defense, see how they're playing. So we were just talking about the 2 series we had.
Randy, were you able to see what happened on that first sack?
I haven't seen it yet. I think there was we gave up some pressure, and, you know, we couldn't. I don't know. Again, same thing. You got to watch the film, right? We need more protection. It is what it is.
So were you satisfied, Brandon, with the offensive line's performance tonight?
I mean, no. I would like to obviously drive down the field those first couple drives, score. You know, first down. You know, that's what we had in our mind. It didn't go that way. Again, we got to watch the film. Once we see it, we can critique it. And good thing is we got next week to learn and to keep going.
You talked about you remember what you were like your first preseason game. So what were you like that second game? How much did that change?
Oh yeah, it changed a lot. I mean, this is everyone's dream, right? To be in the NFL, playing at their home stadium. The crowd was great. Yeah, and again, it's football. It's the same game we've been playing since we're kids. As the season goes on, we get better. Things start rolling, right? You shake out all the nerves, and then you just roll.
Brandon, does timing set up pretty well for getting a rookie quarterback ready? In other words, you got a long week before New Orleans, and then after Dallas, you got 2 weeks. So is there a couple of windows there for Trevor and the offense to keep getting better?
Yeah, of course. I mean, again, it's a new offense, new team, right? Every day we're getting better. Every day we're building that cohesion, that communication. That's what you need. It was great. I'm glad we all played. I'm glad he didn't rest any of us, right? Get out there, shake the rust off for some of us older guys. But yeah, every day it's just gonna keep building.
How much more would you like to play in the next game? I know you played 2 series tonight, and did Cleveland do anything that maybe messed up communication on the line?
No, I don't think they did anything. I mean, yeah, I would like to. The more you play, right? Like once we get into that first game, you play the whole game. That's what we love, right? You get to start flowing. You get to see what the defense is doing. You know, we're still in camp. We prepped Cleveland, but it wasn't a full week of film watching and bringing out all the plays. You know, it was a very basic game plan. So, first preseason game, next one, be better. Third one, and then start rolling into the season.
Brandon, what are you seeing from Cam Robinson, Walker Little, that battle? We were talking to Cam, and he was pretty blunt, just saying, I have a good relationship with Walker.
Oh, yeah, they got a great relationship. Listen, we got a great offensive line room. We all love each other. Cam's playing great. Walker's doing some really good things as a rookie. But don't get it twisted. It's all love in there.
What did you think of Ben Barch tonight? Last one.
Who?
Barch.
I thought he did well. Again, got to watch the film. You know, I'm doing my job seeing the defense, so I'm not like watching Ben, but I thought he did well. So I'm excited. I'm excited to watch the film and see how everyone did.
All right, thanks, Brandon.
Appreciate it,
guys. Yo, that boy is an asshole. I love Brandon Linder. I love every time he comes on and talks. I'm not sure if any. Oh, there we go. There's the man. Let's get right to it. Trevor Lawrence meets with the media. Let's hear what he has to say.
I think we're going to go a little different tonight and pick a couple of plays and that stood out. And a guy
after not getting points in the first 2 drives.
Always, yeah. You're always wanting to. That's a tough thing I'm learning about preseason. You got to take care of yourself and the team and. Make your plays count when you're in there because you just aren't going to get as many as you'd like sometimes, just depending on how the game's going. So I thought we were starting to kind of settle in there a little bit. I thought the guys that came in later in the game did great. Cleveland did a good job, big zone team. They matched us pretty well. But no, I mean, I feel like first time out there, I felt comfortable, felt poised. Obviously, the first play is not kind of what you want for the first play, but after that, I thought we did a good job. We communicated well up front. They did a really good job with protection. At least one of those sacks was on me for sure, just holding the ball too long. So that's something I'll work on, and just maneuvering in the pocket is something I've always got to work on. So other than that, I missed an easy one to Marvin, a little quick out that I wish I would have hit. But other than that, I felt good out there. I thought we were seeing it all on the same page, and there's obviously things to clean up, but I thought it was a pretty good day.
Did you feel your comfort level grow as the drives went off?
For sure, yeah, and that's like anything. Like the first play, you're a little bit, especially first game here in the NFL, like you're a little bit nervous, but then after that, you're just playing ball. So definitely felt that setting in. Was feeling more comfortable, and like in these preseason games, it's just hard to get in a rhythm the way we're doing it, because we're just trying to get looks, and a lot of people playing and figure it out. So I think we're doing a good job. Obviously, want to win the game. That's the goal. So want to get better from that standpoint. But no, I thought the guys, we played the whole way through, and I think everybody saw that.
After that second series, you spent a lot of time on the sideline with Marvin Jones. It's like a 10-year vet. What was he kind of sharing with you after that?
Yeah, we're just talking. I mean, that's the first time. Obviously, we've been together in practice and all that, but in a game, it's different, and the communication. But we had a third down, and we had a certain route on this third down, and we're just talking about, how deep he is, what I'm thinking he's going to do, how I'm seeing it, how he's seeing it from his standpoint, and it's just great conversations to have. A guy that's been doing it for a long time, and now playing with a new quarterback, and I haven't played with him before. Those are things you just got to work out and talk about. So he's awesome, communicates really well, and that's what I was just kind of trying to do with all the guys. Like, this is what I'm seeing here. This is why I did that. That's why I made this call, and just working through it.
Do you look upon this result tonight as disappointing in any way, or do you just look upon it, hey, it's a learning experience, it's the first preseason game? Just move on from that.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing anytime you lose, but it is a preseason game, and for us, that doesn't change anything. We still want to win, but you do have to take the nuggets that you can learn from, and some things you're going to do well, and other things that'll kind of show you, I need to work on this, you got to clean this up. So we learned a lot. There's a lot of things that we need to work on. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to win the game, and we didn't, so we want to get better at that.
You admittedly held the ball a little bit on a couple plays. Would that be normally where you scramble a little bit and you're just trying not to scramble and take those hits in the preseason?
No, not. It wasn't that, but I will agree with what you said. I think using my legs a little bit in those situations when protection's great. We don't have anybody open. They're just matching us well on defense. They had some good zone calls today. Just using my legs to extend some plays and put us in a better situation. I think I could have done that a little bit better tonight for sure. But no, it didn't have anything to do with me not trying to take a hit or anything.
Take a minute at all, or a second at all, to kind of soak it in, or just,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something we talked about this week, some of us players, like during the national anthem. That's a really cool time to soak it all in. We're all lined up right there. The whole stadium's quiet, and you can kind of just reflect and know how blessed you are to be out there. And it was a pretty cool moment for my first time out there, and really just even to hear guys like Linder, like he talked about that, and this is his 8th year, and he's still, like, that moment is still so big for him every game. So we're grateful to be out there.
Any nerves more so for this game than many other games that you played, just because it's the first one, NFL now?
Not really. I mean, a little bit of just like, first NFL game, whatever that is. I mean, not really. I usually typically get nervous before the first game of any season anyways, so that's pretty standard. But no, it was exciting. I was ready to get out there. It's been a long time coming. This has been my dream, so it was good.
I don't think this could give you one of those really short passes that you guys are hitting early.
Yeah, he's awesome. Just run after the catch, super strong, physical runner with the ball, and you can see what he does in space. Like, we had a few tonight that he did a really good job. He always will make the first guy miss or shed the tackle, so that's something that he's really good at. And then he's just a really dynamic player because he can run any route in the route tree and get open, and then he can do stuff like that where you get the ball in his hands and he can make plays.
You talk about the throw you made to Marvin Jones. Looked like you had time. You watched him run that route, and like you read that play.
Yeah, we had trying to think what right on that play. So I was in the pocket for forever. So that eventually ended up turning into a scramble, basically, because he's seeing me back there like, all right, I hitch up 3 or 4 times, nobody's open, and he did a good job of just getting open and reacting. And that's something we've been working through camp is a scramble drill. And I didn't actually scramble, but everyone has that time clock of, all right, the play is not working as it was designed. At this point, we got to make something happen. And he did a good job, reacted quick, went upfield, and at that point I saw his back turned. I could have probably led him a little bit more. I just didn't want to overthrow him with the DB's back turn, so he made a great catch.
Coach Meyer mentioned wanting to up the tempo on the offense, get to the offensive line, or get to the line a little bit quicker. Is that just them getting the play call to you earlier, or are you taking a little bit of a different approach in the huddle?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Different times, it's different things. Like, it's just sometimes you're not going to be able to get the play call in really quick. Like, Coach Bev's got a tough job to get the right call for that situation. It changes every play. So sometimes it could be that, but I thought we did a good job getting the call in. It's more so now, like early, when you have different personnels coming in and you're playing a lot of different guys, you got to get used to the flow of substitutions, and we got a big roster right now, so a lot of guys are playing, so it's not always the easiest thing just to come in and out and stay on the ball really fast. So that's something we definitely need to work and get better at, and in practice having the play clock emphasis. Like, when I get the call, let's get it out, get up there quick, try to ID it so we can make adjustments, because that's what you don't want is to get up there late and not be able to react what the defense is going. You're just snapping it because you got to hurry and beat the play clock. So I'm sure that's what he's talking about, and I agree. It's something we got to get better at. But, yeah, it's always a little bit tougher when you got so many substitutions right now. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all.
All right, that was Trevor Lawrence live after the Jacksonville Jaguars fall to the Cleveland Browns in their first preseason game. Josh Allen is up next. Let me get to him, and then we can proceed.
So the run defense looked remarkably more stout, the entire front, from what it was a year ago where it was giving up almost 5 yards a carry. I know you weren't seeing Chubb and that crew, but can you talk about the approach of the defensive line tonight in their first group together so you can rebuild?
First and foremost, man, our goal every time we go out take the field is to stop the run. That's our mindset, because we can't rush the passer, we can't get pressure, we can't do what we need to do. Let's want to stop the run. It's the easiest thing to do in the NFL, and if a team's real efficient, that's what we're going to continue to do that. So our mindset was to come in this game is to stop the run. We didn't know who was going to play. We was ready for whoever, and we just got to stop the run and get better week in, week out.
Screen defense. It looked like you guys.
You saw what?
Screen defense.
Yeah.
It looked like they got a couple of decent screen passes on you guys. How do you fix it?
I don't know. Run to the ball. I don't know. It's just one of those gimmick plays. It's all about your eyes and just leverage. So just gotta run to the ball, play with that relentless effort what we coached, and what I'm saying, we'll get it fixed. That's not a hard fix.
This game, disappointment that didn't go better, or first preseason game, so all these new faces, new everything, and so.
First and foremost, we play to win. I don't care, like for 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, I don't care. Our mindset is to go out there and win, and we didn't win, so that kind of hurts everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just have that pride. You know what I'm saying? We have a pride to us that we just don't want to lose, and just to come out and lose, you know what I'm saying, it hurts. But I know this team, and I know we're gonna, we're gonna be good, and we're gonna keep fighting, and that's what it is.
Did you feel like with all the new guys, you communicated pretty well on defense?
Yeah, communication. I'm sorry. No, communication was something that we did not worry about just coming in. Because I know we communicate throughout practice, and I know it was going to carry on and carry on today. So communication-wise, up front, back end, I feel like, we did what we needed to do, and I feel like we can always get better and improve. but it's definitely a great start, and we just need to keep improving week in.
What do you see out of Devon Hamilton, Josh?
Oh man, Devon has the capabilities of being the best nose tackle in the whole NFL, and we tell him that. Everybody tell him that. You know what I mean? I truly believe, and like I said, everybody truly believes that he can be the best nose tackle, and I think he is. And but as long as he believes that, as long as he go out there and does his job, man, he's gonna be the best.
You've seen a number of guys shipped out the last couple of years. What's that like when a guy gets traded right before or in training camp, like Joe did the other day?
It's football. It's the National Football League. The more you play in this league, is the more stuff you're gonna see. You know what I mean? As y'all probably know in your profession. So you just can't take anything for granted. Luckily, Joe went to a team that needed him most. That's a blessing. But for a lot of other people, it doesn't happen like that. So, hope Joe and his family transitions well, and I wish him nothing but the best. And any other guy who's about to go through these first cuts, I feel like, I feel like everybody on this team do training camp bust their butt to be on this team. But, we can't have everybody on this team. So, but I think, they keep working, somebody's going to pick them up.
What do you say about the depth at that position, the inside linebacker spot?
The inside linebacker spot?
Yeah.
We're deep. You know what I mean? I feel like we have a good, group in the middle. And I feel like we just keep playing downhill, play the run, and just do linebacker things. I feel like we're going to be straight. So really not worried about that.
Travion stayed on the field for a lot longer than Waterville did. What have
Who?
Travion?
Caleb? Oh, yeah. Yep.
Stayed out there a little bit longer than the rest of y'all did. What sort of progress have you seen from him, especially in this new season?
I mean, from what I've seen, I saw him get a lot of good rushes in. When the Browns actually started to drop back pass, man, he was getting a lot of good rushes. And so now he's starting to learn how to capitalize on those and set his moves up. So just seeing the growth from year one to year two is definitely a big improvement. And like I said, I can't wait to really just rush with him and just go all out. So it's going to be a fun year to watch us too. It's plus Smoot. Smoot, somebody that definitely has grown, and I can't wait to rush with him.
How would you assess the pressure you put on quarterback as a unit
tonight? Personally, like me? I mean.
Outside, playing this new scheme, if you like the amount of pressure you put on, you feel you have to improve that, or where you feel you're at with that after this game?
I mean, when we put ourselves in a position to rush the passer, I feel like, we're going to we're going to have that opportunity. But from when I was out there, I feel like, for when it was more quick passes and, what I'm saying? So the best we can do is really just push the pocket and get our hands up, so we might get tips and passes. So, but later in the season, once we play more and more, we get in more and more situations and more different types of plays. And, that's when you can come back to me on that one.
Wins and losses in the preseason they generally don't correlate or indicate how a team's going to do in the regular season. But for a team that hasn't won in 16 games, I mean, how much do you guys feel like you desperately need to win, especially the guys from last year, even if it is preseason?
Yeah, I mean, last year was last year. You're not going to get another answer. We have a whole new coaching staff. We have all new faces, as you can tell on the defensive side, all new faces that has not played in a Jaguars uniform before, who's played in a winning culture, who's played on teams that have been successful on defense. And so now they're bringing that here. And I feel like as soon as we play together, as soon as we really connect on a way of okay, I know what you about to do next, man, I feel like we're about to be a tough defense. I feel like we're going to be a tough team. I feel like this is going to make us stronger. Because we know we need to fix. It's not like nobody's out talenting us. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we just got blown out. You know what I mean? We're going to be straight. We're going to go back to work on Monday. Well, we're going to watch film Monday, get reviewed Monday, come back. Wait, no, what's today? Saturday? Sunday. Come back Monday, be ready to practice. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to see how people are going to respond. and we're ready for the next challenge when that comes.
Speaking of how they're going to respond, what was Coach Meyer's message sort of after the game? This was his first time in the NFL. He's used to winning. What was his message afterwards?
Come to work, like you said, like he's not used to that. You know what I mean? And and that makes me want to play like even harder. Like I want to win, for myself and my team, but also this whole coaching staff for him. You know what I'm saying? And because that's the trust that he puts in us, and that's the trust that we need to give back to him. So he basically told us to come back to work. He went up to guys individually to talk to them, see how their head was at. And everybody I talked to, I know we locked in. So it's the only way to improve every week and just come back stronger.
Josh, what do you think about C.J. Henderson's play tonight, and what have you tried to do, if anything, to kind of help him get back to feeling like he's an important part of this team?
I mean, he is an important part of the team. He's been out. He was out for I don't know how long, but I know he was out for a long time. And when he came back slow. You know what I'm saying? Not slow in play-wise, but just like he has to get back into the swing of things. We've been weeks in, in training camp, and he comes back in the thick of things. So for him just to go out there and make plays like that, I feel like we have a heck of a talent at corner, and I feel like that's just going to make our job a lot easier. Him, Shaq, damn, I can't even think right now. 11 o'clock.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Hold on, let me see. Oh, no, they sleep. I'm trying.
There we go. Josh Allen meeting with the media here, and that is it for the post-game presses. Now we can hop right to it. Agent J is in the building. What's up, baby?
What's going on, man? Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. I see that. Ooh, that boy brought out the throwback for this one.
Oh yeah, man.
I like it.
Hey, bro. Boy, I walked into the bud zone, of course, masked up. You could see the COVID. You could see the Delta just. It was a nice thick layer of Delta just hanging around in there. It's wild.
How was the environment? Was the stadium live? I mean, you got there after Trevor was done, right?
Yeah. I got after Trevor was done. They were still live, but Gardner was in. So it did good. Timmy ain't play into the end, I don't think.
Yeah, a little bit in the end of the second half, or the first half, and then the second half.
The second half when fucking I don't know how much you talked about but that fucking interception, that fucking Jake Luton threw, like he threw the ball so fucking high. Yeah. Like who did you think was gonna catch that? Not Tim Tebow.
No.
God damn.
Yeah, that was a terrible throw by Luton. Terrible throw by Luton.
CJ Beathard looked decent.
Yeah, let's dive into it. So Trevor Lawrence comes out. Trevor goes what?
First play of the fucking game.
6 for 8, 71 yards, 11.8 yards per attempt, and sacked twice. Had a quarterback rating of 101.6. So overall, how did you feel about Trevor Lawrence's performance tonight?
On that first play, he should have got rid of the fucking ball. On the first play from scrimmage, he should have got rid of that goddamn ball. It didn't look like they let him. Like the pass rush came through like 100%, like super fast.
Right.
He probably should have got rid of that. But I mean, he looked good. Other than what I'm saying, that, and then he bounced back right after taking that hit. Mm-hmm. So I didn't see the second sack. I was probably walking up. But I mean, he looked good, but he didn't get no fucking points. So
right. Yeah, I mean, Trevor came out the first play. He held onto the ball too long. He gets sacked. He has the fumble, recover real fast by him. Pressure was there. It's really hard to judge the first group offensive line right now because as much as we can sit here and talk about the fact there were 2 sacks, right? One of those was definitely because he held the ball too long, which he also said in his post-game presser. But then when you look at outside of ETN getting stuffed on a carry, I mean, we were running the ball fine. And then Trevor Lawrence had all day to throw that strike to Marvin Jones. All day. Like, your job as an offensive lineman is to provide about 3 to 5 seconds max. That boy had about 8. We might need to put a counter on that because that boy had about 8 seconds. That shit was crazy. So that was a great job by the offensive line on that play. And then, Big Ben Barch, if I had to grade him, I'd probably say he got a C+ this game. Wasn't great. It was okay. Cam Robinson, okay. Probably a little higher, probably B-. Jawan Taylor, C- to the D+. Like, that's where pressure was coming from. It was coming from over there on Jawan.
So he looked good early. Like, the first couple snaps, he looked pretty decent because I didn't see too much afterwards that would
I'll say this. I watched Walker Little the entire time he was in the game. That's what I focused on. Walker Little did not get beat a single play. He would get pushed back slightly and recover instantly. He would ride people to the edge constantly. Nobody ever continued to get around. On the touchdown throw, he chucked outside pressure, went inside, and the ball got released. When he passed an inside rusher off to pick up a stunt and rush. He did things that I'm so glad Bucky Brooks was talking about because he was pointing it out because the average fan's not watching the offensive line. I'm watching this shit going, God.
Don't say the average fan.
I know. I'm a obsessive people. I say average fan, they're going to get their feelings hurt. The average fan, though, is not watching the offensive line, especially when the backups are in. I'm watching Walker Little and Trayvon Wallace-Sims. Those are the two guys I'm paying attention to. And bro,
how did he play?
He was okay. He was good. He was good. Walker, I think if you had to ask, like, which one, if I had to only pick one from this game only, Derwin Gray or Wallace Sims, Gray probably had the better game today. But then again, he's on the same side as Walker Little, and Walker Little shutting everything down. So that can really have a big impact. And Tyler Shatley played good. Shat did give up that inside pressure. I don't know what he thought. You know what? Let me apologize. Carlos Hyde should have picked up the blitzer, and Shat pointed it out. But I just feel like as a lineman, you have to close that gap a little sooner. Don't allow that man to just come free. He punches his guy. He stands his ground. He gets down. The blitzing backer who showed blitz prior comes right through the A-gap, and Carlos Hyde got smoked on the block, which that was upsetting to me because Hyde is supposed to be very good in the pass pro, at 100%. So that was like, what the fuck? I mean, overall, it's the first preseason game, you guys. Like, this is what the reason the preseason is so important is because they're not able to do the things that they're able to do in a preseason game in practice. We talked about this. So this is the first time they've went against other people. This is the first time they've been able to feel real contact. And I think there's a lot good that we could talk about. Let's bring on Stone Cold Steve Boston. Let's see what he thought about Trevor Lawrence's performance in the first preseason game. Steve, what's up, baby? Oh, Steve ain't got no mic. You ain't got no mic. Come back in, Steve. All right. So I will say this, though. Gardner Minshew
Congratulations,
you
played yourself.
Gardner Minshew had a terrible showing. Probably as bad as his first rookie preseason showing. I don't know if that will affect his roster spot. We'll see. But let's give Stone Cold he's out again. And then we'll try him again. I don't know if it will affect his roster spot when it's all said and done, but we'll get on to that later. Let's get back with Stone Cold and talk about what he felt about Trevor Lawrence's performance today. What's up, man? Nope, you're not there. Go all the way out, close it, and come back in. Like, close the app, close the page, re-click the link, come back in. I will say this. The throw to Marvin Jones was a thing of beauty. The throw to Marvin Jones, leading him, putting it in a spot where only his receiver could get it, noticing his back was turned, having the awareness to dial back on the throw so he didn't overthrow him, all the things he mentioned in the presser. Very poised, very great, no chaos going on. He was very calm, cool, and collected. Let's try Stone Cold one more time. Stone Cold.
You got me this time.
Oh, boy.
All right, there we
All
go.
right, so talk to me. How'd you feel about Trevor Lawrence's performance in the first preseason game against Cleveland? How'd you feel about the game overall?
Well, I was surprised it took C.J. Beathard to get us on the board with a touchdown.
As
That
was I.
surprised me. Minshew had his Minshew moment, if you will, just hopping around in the back if there was a little bit of pressure. Came back to bite him in the butt. Trevor, he played pretty good ball. I agree. The one time he held on to it a little too long, and the pass rush just got there real quick. Otherwise, he did pretty good. I hope we get to see him a little bit more next week.
And I think we will. I think, Urban Meyer said it, best during his presser. He said he wanted to leave him in the whole damn game if it was up to him. Obviously, Bevel and him are trying to tell him, say blood. This ain't how that works. You got to chill.
Bevel? Shaka. Bitch, you only get to drive my Ferrari twice around the parking lot. Bring him back.
Bring him
He's
back.
not ready yet. He's not ready, man. He's not ready yet.
Yeah, so I think
tell you what,
that was
though.
interesting.
Cleveland, they were throwing it quick because our pass rush was just – it was almost there the whole game.
The amount of pressure we put on this game was more than we did the entire year last season. So I'm on social media a lot throughout the game, and I'm seeing the comments in these groups, and I'm like, oh, my God, if y'all don't take your phone away. Facebook, since we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and all social media platforms right now, I encourage Zuckerberg and the owners of these social outlets, please. Part of the process to open an account should include an aptitude test of some kind. And in order to make a post regarding a certain thing, you should have to first take an aptitude test on said thing. And people are taking comments, and they're taking this first preseason game and making comments like, oh, we're still a 1-15 Jags. Oh, we fucking suck. Oh, Trevor looks terrible because he can't be blocked. Nobody can protect him. What the fuck are we doing? Receivers can't get open. It works. We suck still. Shut the fuck up. None of that shit is accurate. I got a guy saying that we can't stop anything on defense. Bro, that defense at times looked like top 5, top 10 caliber defense. There was at one point these guys had, 18 rushes for like 12 yards at one time in the game? 18 carries for like 12 yards? Bro, that
No, it
right
was
there,
it was like 18 carries for like 27 yards.
that's crazy.
I'll take that every day.
It was less than 2 yards per carry.
Yeah,
It was
I'll take that
it was
all day, every day.
crazy. So that's from a brand new defense coming together for the very first time, and they're on the field and they're just making it work. Shaq Griffin locked down everything in the vicinity. C.J. Henderson comes in from 3 days worth of camp, has 3 huge pass breakups. Tyson Campbell, except for the one give up, locked shit down. And even on that play, was in perfect position. Coverage was great. He just didn't high point the ball. He couldn't find the
He
ball.
had issues with that in college.
I missed CJ. I missed the CJ Henderson when I got in. I just wasn't paying attention because I went into my season and I went kind of gallivanting around, bro.
He had 3 big breakups, dog.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 big breakups, all in key moments. I'm talking about key moments. Big third down, fourth down plays. That's what it was. So CJ was a big player in big plays, making or coming out in big situations, making big plays. I'll tell you this though. The person I was most impressed with on defense, Andre Cisco. He didn't get the pick that I said.
He almost got it.
He almost got it off that in the red zone right there at the goal line. I thought he was going to. I really did. And then did you see he was the one right on Buddy's heels on the kick return that got called back that almost broke?
Yeah, the opening kick return.
No, not the opening kick return. He was on Buddy's heels at the end of the game in the fourth quarter when we gave up a massive kick return for punt return rather for 90 yards. That was Andre Cisco right on his ass And it was Rusnick who wound up making a big fucking hit. That was a stick, too. That was a beautiful hit by Rusnick. But, yeah, no, Andre Sisco was the man on his heels. And then he turned around and stayed on the field and proceeded to play defense afterwards. So, shout out Andre Sisco. He is exactly what we thought he was. He is a ball hawk. He was everywhere.
I tell you what, though, Devon Hamilton, he's going to be a beast.
He's a man. He's just a fucking man. That entire defensive front was they were all men. I mean, really. Adam Gotsis looked great. Roy Robinson Harris looked great. Jordan Smith had so many opportunities to make plays tonight. He was in the backfield consistently. Kaylavon Chason was in the backfield consistently. Josh Allen was wreaking havoc. Josh Allen
Did you see Jordan Smith threw up?
He threw up. Yeah, he hit the Willie Beeman.
Yeah, look, he threw up. I'm talking about just. I was like, oh yeah, and then he's fucking and strapped up. Yeah.
Yes, Smoot had a great game. Just great performance by all of these boys, man. It was beautiful across the board. So I think the defense is something that we were curious about. If you go back and listen to previous shows, or if I was to ask any one of y'all, what do you feel about this team going in? Where's the question mark? It wasn't going to be on offense. It was going to be on defense. And this defense looked very, very capable tonight. You take away those 2 big screen passes, and then you realize that at the end of the game, I mean, first of all, we need to have a conversation with why Trey Herndon was on the outside to start the game.
Guys got ran over.
We need to have a conversation about that. I'm not very appreciative. First of all, that wasn't on the depth chart, Urban. We need to have a conversation about why you're altering things on my depth chart. I already had a show about it. Once we have a show about it, you can't make changes like that. There's no reason Trey Herndon all of a sudden gets moved to outside. Sidney Jones was there. C.J. Henderson was there. Tyson Campbell was there. Why the fuck was Trey Herndon moved back outside? He's a nickel. Play him at the nickel. Don't put him outside no more. I will say this.
Winter got his bell rung.
He got his fucking he got his block knocked off. I'll say this. We ran a lot of fucking man. That was beautiful. We ran a lot of man. I think we are very capable of doing that. I think we can man press all fucking day with the athletes we have in the secondary.
Yeah, we just got to get better on that screen.
Yeah, the screen. So, I mean.
That's the only thing that beat us.
It is. I mean, they dink and dunked us to death, basically. And they just were able to turn checkdowns or screen passes into big plays. That shouldn't happen. We have to do a better job. But they disguised it really well. I'll tell you this. 2 of those, well, there were only 2 screens. Both of those screens, the linemen were illegally downfield. Offensive lineman is not allowed to be deeper than a yard downfield before the ball is thrown. Both of those guys were like 3 to 4 yards downfield already. We need to have a conversation about somebody. Urban need to be somebody. Excuse me, you can't fucking do that. That's illegal lineman downfield, sir. But regardless, didn't get called. It's our job to fix it. We got to handle it better. But when you get that much pressure, and I think that comes with the nerves. They're coming. These guys are about it. They don't care what they're reading. They know their assignment is kill target A, and that's what they're trying to do. And they're coming through full speed, and they don't care. Oh, they're not even thinking in their head, wow, he just let me beat him. He just let me in. Maybe he's running the script. No, they were dependent on the secondary or the linebackers to make it. I'll say this. Defensive line, I'll give them an A. Secondary, I give him B+, A-. I don't know exactly which. Probably Tyson Campbell gonna probably make it a B+, just because he couldn't jump on that ball. If he jumps on that ball, it's a pick.
Like Shaq Griffin should have had to pick that first play. They talking about, he turned around. I said, yeah, but if he would have turned his head all the way around, he would have said this. He played perfect man defense. Like he just went into the play the body. Fuck the body. When you turn your head around, you don't have to worry about the body no more. Because if you would have turned all the way around, he could have shed the receiver, plant his foot, get both hands up, out. But
speaking of Shaq,
still good. I mean, played well.
Shaq Quarterman should have had an interception on the second touchdown. Shaq Quarterman is the reason we gave up touchdown number 2. It wasn't because they beat the inside corner on the play on the slant route. They ran double underneaths in the red zone. Shaq Quarterman lined up, shaded to the left, and then he decided to sprint straight over in his zone towards the right as opposed to slide. He turned his hips and went towards the right, expecting the ball to go there. Well, you expected wrong, sir, because all the quarterback did was read you and then throw to the other guy. You had basically double slants underneath. And your job is to stay there and make him guess, and hopefully he guesses wrong. You committed far too early to slant A, which allowed them to hit slant B. So he's got to make sure that doesn't happen. Shaq, that's just a young guy move. You can't just turn the hips and go. Like you're sitting down in that zone for a reason. Stay there.
Yeah, make him make the decision. Him make the decision. You can't just
because
make.
the moment you left,
the moment
you left, it's an easy toss. It's an easy toss because he's always going to get inside position on the corner. He's always going to do that because the corner is then in a better spot to knock the ball out. So they'll give that up every day. They'll give that up every day, no problem. So definitely they got to do better with that. But those are just little things, man, and that's what the preseason's for. I'll tell you this: when it comes to all the linebackers that played tonight, I was pretty I don't want to say happy because I mean once we got past the starting group, it was okay. I was very pleased with how Shaq performed. I was. We know Shaq is slower, and I felt like Shaq did a really good job playing that 3-4, demanding control of the defense. I felt like he did a good job.
Well, Shaq was always more of a downhill run stuffer. He was never the best in coverage, but that's something you can teach him.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Tavon Austin tied Marvin Jones with 52 receiving yards to lead the team.
But he got a tutty.
And he got the tutty.
He dropped the extra point, but damn, it's all right.
It was broken up. Give the DB credit. He got his hand in there, but yeah, you got to hold on to it. But Tavon Austin makes this team.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
He's really fucking up my depth chart situation. Which,
a lot of shit fucked up your depth chart situation.
But that's like I said. But that's why I was way too early.
It really has, and I realized cuts are Tuesday, fellas. So
yeah. Gotta
Tuesday.
cut 5.
We gotta cut 5. 5. So before the show, we'll guess our 5. Tavon Austin, though, I have a beef with Tavon Austin. News just came out from TIA Bayfield. Hold on, let me read it. It says that Tim Tebow punched Tavon Austin in the face in the locker room for stealing the only target he got. Tavon Austin jumped in front of Tebow and stole the pass. So Tebow knocked him out in the locker room. Shout out, Tim. Good for you, son. He hit him with the Jesus fist. Like, bro.
Seriously?
He was wide open. Tebow was streaking downfield on a seam route. Turns, finds a soft spot in the zone. The ball's coming right at him. Tavon Austin just jumps in front of him and takes the ball. I'm like, no. What are you doing? And then Luton makes a half-ass attempt to target him later. It was ridiculous, bro. I was so angry. Tebow was open a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Tebow was open a lot. They just didn't throw his way. That's disheartening. That Tyler Davis touchdown should have been Timmy. He was literally in 2 plays before, and Luton was not throwing him the ball. Then all of a sudden, he decides to throw it to the tight end, and he throws it to fucking Tyler Davis.
Look, I tell you that interception threw that bitch way too fucking high. Like what the fuck?
Terrible. Well, they said it was tipped at the line. That's what they said on the broadcast. They said it was tipped at the line. So, I guess.
You see that hopscotch throw Minshew did before the half?
The Hail Mary, yeah. He, like,
it was end of the half.
It was end of the
half. I
half.
had an issue with it.
They were making comments about, look, that's Minshew's arm. No, bro. Minshew was about to get hit. He steps up in the pocket. Then he goes running, and he's like, well, shit, it's the end. I just got to kind of chuck it. He wasn't able to get good body position. He just kind of jumped and threw it. So it didn't even have all his arm into it. It was a Hail Mary. It got back where it needed to go, and somebody picked it off. It's like, that happens, bro. What are we talking about? All we need to be talking about the fact Travis Etienne got a strip. Okay? Travis Etienne with the forced fumble, okay?
With the fumble.
Travis Etienne forces fumble. Travis Etienne basically causes the, or helps to cause the first turnover at Jacksonville Jaguars 2021 season. So, whatever. No big deal. Travis Etienne, running back. Special teams
shout out to Etienne. My boy showed out today a little bit.
All right, all-around question. I don't know if any of you guys watched the other games during the day. How do you think some of the rookie quarterbacks that we know of did.
They all did good. I don't think any of them did bad.
I think Justin had a slow start and then he got into it.
Yeah, I mean, but think about this. If Trevor had as long in the game as Justin Fields had,
Oh yeah, I know.
it'd be a different story, right? Probably same for
I
Zach
agree
Wilson.
with that.
Now, I don't know how long Trey Lance got, but his second drive, he throws a deep ball for a touchdown.
His
So
second pass, he throws a touchdown.
Yeah, Trey Lance looked kind of good too. But like I said, if they give Trevor, like I say, Trevor gets some more reps, he's gonna score. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't in the cards today. Like I said, them 2 sacks really fucked both drives up. You know what I'm saying? Especially that first drive, you can't take a sack right there, bro.
We're still getting a lot of pressure though from the outside.
The special teams put us in shitty spots every time too. Like Trevor gets the ball in terrible situation to begin with both times, and we start the game off with a big kick return, 60+ yards, and then it gets they take it back. They take it back because of a penalty, bro. We can't have that. We have to do better. Special teams look like they're gonna be good though. Josh Lambo with the missed field goal. I know that won't happen often. I'm not worried about it, but kind of makes you understand why Rojas was around. I mean, you gotta have the options. Lambo is coming back from an injury.
Lambo.
Huh?
I said I don't know what the hell's going on with Lambo.
No, it's he's coming off an injury, man. He's coming off an injury to that hip. Like that's different. That's different for a kicker, man.
It's hard. Those 40s are usually like just simple chip shots for him.
Yeah, but that was before he got a busted ass hip. You got a busted ass hip that it just swings different, man. And then he could be kicking with fear. It's hard to say. Honestly, he could be done. Like if we want to be honest, when a kicker gets a lower body injury like that, they could be done. Your leg is just not meant to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're going to continue to move your leg in that manner, this very well could be done. It would suck. It really would. But and I hope that's not the case. I don't believe it's the case, but it is a possibility. That injury could be a killer for a kicker. When we're talking about the hip, that's no bueno.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
We'll
Did you
see.
see the ass whipping the Broncos put on Minnesota?
That was incredible. That was what I was expecting us to do tonight.
Yeah, boy, were our predictions completely off.
You know what? I don't even know what they were. I erased them off the board. They never existed.
33-6. I mean,
Yeah, that was
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
That was crazy. But that's what happens when you have 2 starting quarterbacks. That's the
Drew
thing.
Lock actually did pretty good.
Drew Lock looked damn good. Teddy Bridgewater looked damn good. They came out. That was what I was expecting tonight. I was expecting to see a totally different Gardner Minshew. I wish Gardner would have got in again. I don't like how they kept him out after that. I felt like Gardner should have got another series. But whatever. Just a chance to redeem himself. He threw up a Hail Mary. You put him in position to throw that Hail Mary. You could have tried to kick a long-ass field goal. You didn't. Lambeau's kicked 60+. You could have put him out there, tried for what would have been like 68, 69-yard field goal. You could have tried it. But you wanted to throw a Hail Mary. And knowing that a Hail Mary typically results in an incompletion or interception more so than an actual reception. So you were hoping for a PI maybe?
Yeah.
But you put Minshew in a bad situation in that, and when he gets the pick, and you let him go out. I didn't like that, but it is what it is. I mean, we all know Minshew's not – this isn't an actual quarterback competition. We know that. We know this is Trevor's team. We know that. And we know that Gardner Minshew, as of right now, is still the backup quarterback on this team. I know C.J. Bedford looked good. C.J. was also playing against like 3s and 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have to remember that. We do this every fucking time. Jaguar fans forget. We do this every fucking time. They loved Alex Magoo ass too. They love Brandon Allen ass too. Like, they love the guys that nobody's talking about or the backups. They love Quinn Gray too.
Yeah, I always love the third string quarterback.
Yeah, like, bro, listen, they're not playing against the same guys.
Well, I mean, Minshew was probably playing at least maybe the 2s and maybe some of the 3s.
He's playing 2s.
Yeah, I'd say 2s and a little bit of 3 in there.
It was the third drive. It's the third drive. They're playing 2s. You might have some 3s. And then you have guaranteed nothing but 3s and 4s in that second half. Unless you're us, we continue to try Walker Little out the entire game. Shout out to him. My man played the entire. I'm not going to stop talking about Walker Little.
He was doing his business.
That's a
Being
conversation
a
that needs to be
wall.
had. That's a conversation that needs to be had because Walker Little is the second string left tackle, and he played the entire game. Why? Because they wanted to see. They
His
wanted to
Halloween
see.
costume should just be a brick wall.
He's that good.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
No, I mean, bro, like if you get an opportunity to watch the replay of this game and just fast forward to everything until Walker Little is on the field and watch him every single snap, it is absolutely beautiful. Watching his hands, violent hands, great feet. I mean, he just moves well. When it looks like he might get beat, he drops that ass down and anchors down, doesn't allow him to continue to gain more ground. I mean, just overall great. He mauled the defender 10 yards down the field on a run play that allowed Daria Agumbawale to get 8-yard carry. It was beautiful. Walker Little had a great game.
Yep, the Great Wall of Little.
Yeah, basically. I got my board over here and said my takeaways from the game: 16 can throw, 15 can't, 38 is fire, 72 is king, 23 is lockdown. That's simple. That's simple. CJ Henderson was like shit down, bro. I don't understand. Like they didn't complete a pass on him. They didn't complete a pass on Shaq. Sidney Jones got okay. We need to. So I just seen somebody say Sidney Jones had a good game. Sidney Jones made a lot of tackles, but Sidney Jones was getting beat on them quick routes. Sidney Jones may not be the best option at man for man coverage. Maybe. I don't know. It's too early to say, but Sidney Jones may not be the best man coverage corner because he's losing those battles, and now he's making a tackle. I mean, we are tight. We're pressed. We're pressed. I mean, we are on their hip. Chris Claybrook's on the hip. I mean, these guys are on their hip, but they're half a step behind every time, except for CJ and Shaq. Well, and Tyson. Tyson wasn't a step behind nothing. He just didn't make a play on the ball. I don't think he could locate the ball. I'm gonna tell you that. That's what I think it is. I think when he got his head around, he could not find the ball and he panicked. Because if you notice, when he gets around, his body does this weird, like, what the fuck? Like, oh no, where is it? And then he gets lost. He isn't able to do anything. He tries, but the coverage itself, phenomenal. Number
you guys
seven,
stay there.
Seven,
Yeah,
that receiver, you gotta keep him. You gotta keep him. That bitch went, bro. That kick by Lambo was not good. It went to the 1 yard line. The return man scoops it on the 1, goes to take off. You're telling me that number 7 is so fast, he's able to get from the 30 to the fucking 10 before the ball hits the ground and hit this man? He gets through blockers and everything. And not only does he get there, he breaks down, wraps him up, and doesn't let him go. Gets a tackle at the 11. Come on, bro. That's different. That's different. Maybe Dewey's done, and we can bring 7 in. Let's bring 7 in. I don't know. I forgot his name. Johnson? What's his name? Johnson. Something Johnson.
What I do?
I'm gonna learn his name. I'm gonna learn his name for that.
Damn, I left my program over there.
Yeah, we're gonna learn his name for that. It's like Javen, maybe Javen Johnson, Javon.
Let me see. I'm gonna go look in the app real quick.
That was nice, man. Shout out to him though. That was a great job on special teams. Real good, real good. Jamal Agnew. We had a Jamal Agnew sighting.
Yeah, they don't got him. They might have just brought him in because they don't even have a number 7.
He's not even on the roster on here. They said he was brand new. He said half of y'all won't know who he is. They said it on the broadcast. Yeah, he's not even on the roster on the website.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Tavon
No wonder your depth chart's fucked.
Yeah, because look, we had two 34s. Yeah, Tavon Austin and the dude on defense was 34.
Well, yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I was just saying it was just they didn't have him in the program either because he just got there.
I wonder if Tavon Austin had a number because on the website he don't even have a number. Maybe he just picked a number last second. I think Tavon
to 35.
I think Tavon 34. I think Tavon Austin expects to. I think he expects to make this team, and he's gonna take a number after some folk get cut.
Yeah, because he's not right. Because right now he's not even on the app. He's not on the roster at all.
Who that? Tavon?
Tavon Austin.
Yeah. I mean, Jeff Cotton out there wearing number 35.
Yeah.
At a wide receiver position. That's just how many people are on this rosters. And that's, you know what that really is? That's because we got all these single-digit players now. You got these single-digit guys coming in. Really, we don't have a lot. We just have Rudy Ford and Rayshawn.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, they start taking single digits. Wide receivers got to start changing shit up. They got to start looking for numbers elsewhere. Because, I mean, really, we have 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. And you're not allowed to wear 8, or Cisco would be. Then we have 7. That's Johnson. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Like all the single digits are full. I mean, everything from 20 down is filled. So,
and then all the 80s are taken by tight ends mostly.
We have so many. Yeah, I think the only 80 number open is 82. You're not allowed to wear it.
Yeah, ain't nobody wearing that.
It's crazy. How you let somebody wear 82, but you don't let them wear 87? Oh, you don't let somebody wear 82, but you let them wear 87. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
But overall, man, I want to say this to the Jaguar fans. I want to say, pump the brakes. Those of y'all who are overreacting, pump the brakes, relax. It's okay. It's a preseason game. I hope you watch this with the hope of seeing something positive, or that you were looking for something specific, because that's what the preseason is for. Once Trevor went out the game, I wanted to see what the offensive line looked like with Gardner in the game, how the offense moved. I saw it. I didn't like it. Then once CJ came in, Walker Little was in. I paid attention to him. I paid attention to Wallace Sims. I watched them. I watched how quickly Beathard was able to get the ball out. I didn't care about the running game at that time because it was a Goombawale, so I didn't really focus on him at all. I wanted to see how the receivers looked. Laquan Treadwell did his thing. He was able to make some plays. Your boy Josh Hammonds was able to make some plays. Farrell Cooper had a nice play.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy he bounced back from that drop he had. He came back and made that next catch.
I mean, CJ Beathard didn't have to worry about his blind side at all. Mr. Little.
Yeah, no.
Kept that on lockdown.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still too early, obviously, because it's just one little glimpse. But week 1, Walker Little is in this starting lineup. Yes or no?
From how he played, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Gotta
if he
be,
keeps
right?
that up the next 2 games, oh yeah, starting all the way.
If he's not in the starting lineup, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's gonna push Juwan. Yeah, he's gonna have to push Juwan. I guess that's part of that. I mean, I'm guessing that would be the best.
Do you move Cam Robinson to right tackle and Walker Little to left?
No.
Why?
I mean, I just don't know if I don't know if Cam Robinson can do the right tackle.
He played it. He played some. He played previously. He has experience at it. I say that because
he said he's never played right tackle, so that's what I'm going off of.
he played right tackle. They talked about that shit before. He played some right tackle. Unless they lied, the media lies. I won't say they didn't, but they say.
Yeah, but I remember when they drafted him, and he was like, "No, I never played right. I'm left tackle. I never played right tackle."
I'll say that too. I want left tackle money.
Yeah, Tevin Jones.
Yeah,
thank you, Jack.
But I say that because he's not the future, right? If you have to move him to left to right tackle, he's definitely not the future because apparently he doesn't want to play that shit, right? So he's gonna go somewhere else. But I don't want to move my premier left tackle to right tackle for one season because I paid this guy a ton of money with the franchise tag. I would rather move him, the 1-year guy, over and keep my left tackle be my left tackle and walk a little.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I would. Because I just don't see the point in swapping him back and forth. He is a franchise left tackle. I'm just saying. After one
he's the next Baselli.
Yeah, I mean, that shit is like, that's hella bold to say this early, but I didn't see anything that concerned me. I'm going to love to hear what Baselli has to say about it on the radio this week. I'm going to tune in for sure. Yeah. I haven't tuned in to Breakfast with Baselli in a while, but I'm going to tune in for this one because I really want to hear what he has to say about Walker Little. I feel it's going to be vastly different than what we've heard him say about Cam Robinson and Juwan Taylor. He's been nice to both of them. He's been very nice to both of those guys. But Walker Little is a different type of man. And I'm glad that they talked about it on the broadcast. They said, let's remember this was the number one prospect coming out of high school. He goes to college, and he dominates. Then he gets hurt, and then he chooses to opt out for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. The man could, if the man would have played last year, he would have been drafted up there with Penei Sewell. He opted out, and it was genius because you're getting him back now, and he's got 2 years. I mean, he's already a season removed, an entire year rather, removed from ACL surgery. So it's not like Cam Robinson where you get hurt, you finally get back, and then you have that off year where you're trying to recover from ACL still. You're a year removed, but now you got to get used to it. No, he's had an entire year off already after the rehab. So he's good. His body is good. He's a man, and I'm very excited about Walker Little. But I want to talk about Andre Cisco a little bit again. That guy was flying all over the fucking field. Everywhere.
Bro, going crazy, bro.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's like watching Andre Cisco's like when you watch everybody else, it's like they're playing without the turbo button. And Andre Cisco got his shit smashed down.
Definitely.
Andre Cisco is like playing with the sliders move to the right. Like that guy can move. That guy blew up a lead blocker on 3rd and 1. He blew this gentleman's ass back into the running back. The running back bounced off the blocker, was like, oh shit. And then he tried to get around. He wound up getting around it. But oh my God, if a defensive end was just present on that play, we stopped.
Oh, so they were asking who called the Cisco food truck when he hit him.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying to see if they got highlights on YouTube.
Andre Cisco hit that gentleman so hard. It was great. Patrick, too. Let's talk. Patrick? The defensive end, Patrick?
Oh, yeah. That was a one-handed sack.
Strong hands. Hands. The rip move to beat the guy was nasty. I mean, Patrick looked really good. The defensive line might be like we say this about the wide receiver position, but the defensive line might be the deepest position we have on the team. I mean, Doug Costin was playing in the 4th quarter. Doug Costin was a starter last year. Doug Costin was getting praises from around the league last year on his quality of play. He was playing in the 4th quarter.
I'm about to say,
Adam Gotsis was still playing in the 3rd quarter.
Shit, they put the highlights up. They just put the highlights up NFL on YouTube.
All right, so we'll take a look at that real quick. Then we'll hop into. We'll give our 5 cuts, and then we'll get up out of here. We ain't here all night. I got shit. I got to get to the airport in the morning. Jaguars 2021 highlights. Let's do that. So let's pull the highlights up. Give a big shout out to the good folks over at Miller Creative Group, 904 Printing, Anchor and Deck Fence, and the Do Vault. I appreciate them. I appreciate them. Nope, I don't want the post game show. I don't want that.
I just typed in Jaguars versus Browns in the NFL. It says like an hour ago, week 1 damn highlights.
Jaguars versus Browns highlights. There it is. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. That's it. Got it. All right. Help YouTube by answering a question? No. Skip ad. The fuck y'all think this is? Want to help y'all? All right. Here we go. Let's look at these highlights. I can keep Steve on. I gotta mute him. All right, there we go. Screen share, back at it like a jackrabbit. Let's look at the highlights and break it down.
He's got 2 backs and 2 receivers on 1st and 10 at his own 25-yard line. Then a throw. Finds a man and
he's blanketed. He's on his hip the entire fucking time.
It is caught out near. Tatum barks out the signals and takes the snap. Under some pressure, sets up the screen, and Johnson's got it. And the running back is across midfield.
And that goes back to what we talked about. You can't get too deep. When you feel that they're allowing you to get deep, you have to change up. They allowed him to get way too deep on that.
Throw. Finds a man, and it is caught out near. Tatum barks out the signals and takes the snap. Under some pressure, sets up.
Look at that. Everybody's back here. Everybody's back here. This guy has got to blow this play up. This guy has to. You have to take out the lead blockers.
The screen, and Johnson's got it. And the running back is across midfield. And in motion on 1st and 10 at the Jaguars' 41-yard line this time. Keenan with a short drop, turns and fires. He's got a receiver. 2nd and 4, the Jaguars' 35-yard line. Corners are pressed up on the outside. And Keenan is deep in the pocket. Under a bit of pressure, turns and dumps it out. He's got Johnson, who's got a first down, puts his shoulder down.
Trey Herndon needs to get the fuck from out there. Shout out to that pressure off the edge on that side, though. That was crazy. Almost got him.
This is the 8th play of the opening drive of the preseason for Cleveland. Keenan back to throw, looking under pressure, turns and dumps the ball away, and the defense did exactly.
More pressure.
And the kick will go towards the south end zone. There's the snap, the placement, the kick up on the way, and this kid has looked really good in training camp. He's got a lot of people excited. There's the snap, time in the pocket, and he is going to lose the ball as he's sacked on his first play.
4 seconds. Trevor held on to the ball for 4 seconds right there. A little too long, man. A little too long. Let's go back just a little bit. Let's see where the pressure comes from.
In training camp, he's got a lot of people excited.
1,
snap,
2,
time in the pocket,
3,
and he is
4.
going to lose the ball as he's sacked on his first.
That's AJ Can who got beat for the wham bam. That's AJ Can. But 4 seconds, you have to make a decision at that point. I'm glad he's confident and stood strong. This shows you some shit. Why are you still over here? What the fuck are you doing? Why is everybody else here and you're over here? That's a problem.
First play.
Did you realize who was out there? That was Tim. Tim Tebow was in on that play. I didn't realize that. That was Tim, yeah? Hold on.
A lot of people excited. There's the snap, time in the pocket.
Oh, no, that's Brandon Linder. Okay.
And he is going to lose the ball as he's sacked on his first play.
Oh, look at this guy.
Got the strip sack. Here's a quick throw. And it's Laviska Shenault heading to the outside. And he gets back towards the original line of scrimmage. Evades a tackler. And a big-time voice on that offense. Back to throw on 3rd and long. Lawrence turns and fires, and he's got a receiver, and it is bobbled but caught by Marvin. Lawrence slides James O'Shaughnessy in motion. Hands it off to James Robinson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago, and look at him grinding out. Tight end in the wing.
Spindle was going crazy.
Yeah.
There's a quick throw. Laviska's got it, makes a man miss, and he's up the field, spins around across.
You're never going to tackle Viska with one guy, ever.
It's not possible.
There's the shotgun delivery. Back to throw, shuffling his feet, turns in.
Okay, hey, this I like. We can look at that. We can look at that one more again. Jawan Taylor buckles down on that shit.
There's the shotgun delivery. Back to throw, shuffling his feet, turns and throws, and he is incomplete.
But his fucking hands are outside. His hands are outside. He's gonna get cold. His hands are outside on the top of the shoulder pads. He's gotta fucking stop that.
Takes the snap, pressure coming. Keenan turns and throws.
I wanted to pick. I wanted Josh Allen to be able to get back here so bad.
To the man in his face, and he's got a receiver at a beautiful 4.5 yards per carry. The big guys up front hoping to get it done this year. Here's a quick throw into the tight end, and he is caught near the marker. 2 tight ends and 2 receivers outside the numbers. Here's play action. Keenan turns and throws. He's got a tight end, and he bobbles it, but catches it. That's Carlson again. And Keenan moves the man in motion. Snap and placement, pressure coming up the middle. There's a throw. He's looking for Donovan Peoples-Jones, and this one is broken up.
That's that coverage by CJ we talk about. That's play 1. Big moment, CJ. Perfect.
Tight end in the wing, 4 receivers, empty set. Lawrence surveys the defense, quick plant, turn, throw, and he's got a target and a reception. Urban Meyer said just moves people. He moved the Jaguars 5 yards up the field. Lawrence under center, first time tonight, play action. Deep in the pocket, shuffles, and is going to get sacked.
Now, they said that this was you sons of biscuits. They said this was a play action. Obviously, we don't have the angle from downfield. Bucky Brooks was saying that the route combination was they needed it to take a little bit longer for the over route to develop. That's where Lawrence was about to go. And obviously they didn't have enough time, but it was meant to be a 7-step drop where he holds the ball a little longer. O-line's got to give us more protection on that.
Gustin finally got around Juwan Taylor. And
1,
back
2,
to throw on
3,
third down and 10.
4,
Lawrence with time,
5,
all kinds of time.
6,
Very protected.
7.
Turns and swings the ball.
7!
And he's got Marvin Jones. Who makes
7 seconds, dog. That's a great job.
a dramatic catch over a bent defender's back.
Just to be here, enjoy the vibe, and start the new.
So here's Lawrence now, back deep. Third down and 8, finds Jones. He bobbles it, catches it right at the marker.
Juwan Taylor just manhandled his guy on that play, by the way.
It looks
so the hopes, the aspiration, and the optimism is just ridiculous.
There's the
That's Big Ben Barge getting beat right there, ladies and gentlemen. Big Ben Barge.
off on fourth down.
And that's Juwan Taylor's man finishing the job.
Now James Robinson turns back into the defense.
Shit, I'm gonna say initially he blew him off the ball.
Oh, Juwan?
Yeah.
He didn't finish his block. He didn't finish. Good pop, but he didn't finish.
Very close. And so the Browns take over near their own 43-yard line. And Keenum back to throw. Slings it out of the backfield. Kelly's got it. Breaks a tackle at the 45. And he's on a run across.
That was probably our worst tackling play of the game. If you look throughout the rest of the game, we tackled very well. That was our worst tackling play throughout the game.
The city council and all the people involved, and we hope.
I've seen like 8 different looks already, just from the defense alone. That's something that people need to remember. This is a brand new defense. I saw somebody say very vanilla. This defense is nothing about this defense is vanilla. It's exotic as fuck. This shit is beautiful.
To get the green light here in the near future.
We sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this guy's on a delayed blitz. You're sending 7 guys. Look at that, dog.
So, and help.
Dakota Allen's got to make that play, but guess what? Dakota Allen's not going to start, so he doesn't have to make that play for real.
Jags stacking the line of scrimmage and sliding things now. And there's the snap and pressure coming. Keenum turns and slings a pass, and he's got a receiver for a first. Jags stack the line of scrimmage. Single high safety now. And Keenum back to throw. Under some pressure, turns and delivers a pass. It was near.
CJ, almost picked. CJ.
We'll beat this one from 34 yards with 8:46 to play in the half. The snap, the placement, the kick up on the way. Brown showing blitz with their safeties, and now they're back up. Here they come. Minshew under pressure.
That's the one. That can't happen. That can't happen, Carlos. That can't happen.
Is hit and sacked. Down he goes. And Kyle Lauletta is the quarterback now, and he's under pressure, sets up the screen. There's room for Kelly to run, and he's got room to the first down marker and more.
Shout out Big Doug Costin. 15 yards downfield, chasing down the screen, making a tackle.
So it's 2nd and 14 near midfield. Lauletta again hands it off, and there's a little bit of room up the middle.
It's their biggest run play of the day.
Lauletta on 3rd down and 8 takes the snap. Steps up into the pocket, shuffles. Now he's going to turn and fire a ball downfield. He's got a man. It's caught by Brian Allen.
I mean, we're talking about milliseconds. This play is a millisecond play. That was great coverage by Clay Brooks and them. Everybody's right where they need to be. The defense got pressure. I mean, just a great play by the offense.
And outside of the red zone. 0-2 in it. Snap, pressure coming, and this one is in.
That was where I thought Cisco was going to take this and go to the crib. Caleb on Chase on great pressure off the edge. Cisco should have been gone on that.
Complete. Felton in motion. There's the snap, the pressure coming up the middle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys again.
Lauletta, happy feet, misses it.
And then did you see my man here? He's playing like a spy almost, and he damn near gets hands on it. And then Tyson Campbell, beautiful in the end zone.
Intended target. Quick throw, and he's got a receiver. The catch is made.
Agnew.
First, as he converted 2 of 5 third downs tonight. There's 3rd and 9, and he's got a receiver, and he just over.
Did that get tipped?
Can't be throwing ETN.
I know. It looked like on the second look. This is my second time looking at it. It almost looked like it got tipped. I want to see again.
Got a receiver. The catch is made. And it's a first as he converted 2 of 5 third downs tonight. There's 3rd and 9, and he's got a receiver, and he just over.
You know, to be fair though, if he because at first I thought that was a really bad throw. If he doesn't throw it that high,
It would have been a pick.
It would have been batted down bare minimum. He just has to put less on it. That's it. Because if he puts less on it, it still arcs it. It gets there a little slower. Now 39 has an opportunity to get over there, but you know that's not as bad of a play on Minshew as I thought on first watch.
Shoots. Lauletta at the 48-yard line in Jacksonville territory. Takes the snap, turns and delivers a pass. This one
Pressure again by Caleb Von Chason.
is caught near the 40-yard from the 40 in Jacksonville territory with 36 seconds to play in the half. Lauletta turns and throws, and it is bobbled.
Right here, that was his play. He knows it. He knows it. He knows it because he's in a drop back zone right here. He's here, and all he has to do is make that play. You're every bit of 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan. No excuse.
Caught near the takes the snap.
You see this? We're spying this guy. This is interesting because this isn't some mobile running quarterback. They haven't done anything to make us do this. This is interesting. I don't know. I wonder if this is for the screen. I wonder if we started to do this to keep an eye on the screen.
Under a little pressure with time now. Launches one for the end zone, and this one is
the coverage was so perfect.
Caught. And that's a touchdown. And Tim Tebow is on the field. He's lined up near the bottom of this screen.
Tim's wide open. His head's around. He knows he's got him beat. Minshew is going to give the ball to his favorite player.
Back to throw now. Here's a toss.
And here you come, fucking it up.
And it is caught by Taven Austin at the 45.
That was a bad block by Timmy. We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that shoulder he tried to throw right there.
Yard line. Laquan Treadwell is at the top of your screen. He's had a terrific training camp. And Minshew turns and throws it underneath, and it's Austin. And Browns are going to rush three. And there's the pass down the field, and it is intercepted. And this one is coming back, and it is fumbled.
Google Fi, a phone plan.
Woo! Took Timmy. Hey, you know what you want to talk about on that play? That last play, Timmy running stride for stride with Laquan Treadwell downfield, okay? Let's talk about that.
Second down. Got their back to throw, sets up the screen.
Well, y'all got me fucked up. Do you see this guy here? Whoever's watch him now. From now on, we're watching this guy.
Gumbawale's got it, makes a move to the outside.
And that guy, that was
first
good.
down with
That
a
was
little
Watch
tight
him.
end in the wing and three receivers. And here's a little draw play. Gumbawale comes back the other way, gets a block by Shatley. 5 receivers. And one of those is the tight end. And there's a quick throw, and it is caught by Laquan Treadwell on the slant. It's 1st and 10. Becker turns and slings it in the direction of Treadwell, and
yeah, that's illegal lineman downfield. We talked about this earlier with the Browns. I got to call it here. Walker Little is not supposed to be here, and the ball's here. Okay? Walker Little was here when they threw the fucking ball. That's illegal lineman downfield.
tight end in the wing to the bottom. 3 receivers, 2nd and 15. Becker gets some time, turns and finds a receiver near the...
I mean, he just stops momentum. The moment you touch him, his paws are on you, it's over. His hand placement is perfect. His feet keep moving.
30-yard. Lauletta, play action. Has time, has a man. This is caught into Jacksonville.
That's Miles Jack instead of Shaq Quarterman. That's a pick.
Jack stacked the line of scrimmage. And here's Stanton, the fullback, getting outside and finding room.
That's a good hit by Shaq, though. There we go again. Look at the pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. I love it.
Takes the snap. Here's hit. Sack him. So here's a 48-yard field goal attempt for Cleveland. Cody Parkey. And this one hit the upright, but went in. Beathard in the shotgun with a Gumbawale. Good time. Beathard dumps it underneath. Catches.
This is what I'm talking about. He gets around the edge. He gives up too much, but his feet aren't slow. So he continues to drive the hip to get him out of the play.
And And here's Agumbawale with a move back to the inside. And look at him.
That's what I was talking about. That's that 8-yard gain where he drives a man 10 yards down the field. It's a beautiful thing.
They need 2. Beathard with time, shuffles, fires. Hammond's got it on the slant.
That's what I was talking about as well, where he passes off the inside man and picks up the guy who's then, or passes off the outside man who's going in, and then picks up the inside man who tried to go out, almost like a delayed stunt.
Makes it 2nd down at 12. And Beathard takes the shotgun snap, turns and delivers a pass in the middle of the field, very near the...
Tried to bull rush him, gave up about 3 steps. Him and this is Gray. This is what I was talking about. Gray and Wallace Sims. Gray had just a better game, and I think it's because he was next to Walker. They bull rushed. These two guys bull rushed at the same time. They give up a little bit of ground, but then they double team him. Like, he gets free, and then they, instead of chasing this guy for no reason, because in his head, his internal clock's ticking, he knows the ball should be coming out soon. They just pick up next available threat. He doesn't turn around and risk a holding call or something stupid. It was just smart football.
Beathard in the shotgun. Waist high delivery, pocket collapsing. He steps, turns, and throws. He's got to.
If Walker Little doesn't do his job there, Will Richardson forced that play to go there. CJ was able to step up because Walker Little locked his man down. Will Richardson gets beat off of the right side right there. I mean, it's Walker Little who makes up for that play.
Territory. Beathard's got the shotgun snap, finds a receiver, catches made. Pharaoh Cooper inside the 20. He's in the wing to the right and goes in motion now and lines up behind Walker Little. Here's the inside hand.
Tim slipped. Okay, let's talk about it. Tim slipped. Okay, he went for old cut block. Went for old Lowski. The guy didn't commit as hard. If you don't commit hard enough, it's easy to beat the cut. Tim tried to go low on him. Not his best moment.
Handoff, and Agumbawale comes back and makes a man miss. 4th down and 3 from just outside the 5-yard line. There's the snap, pressure coming. There's the toss in the direction of Taven Austin. He's got it. Touchdown, Jack. Beathard and Agumbawale in the shotgun. Austin in the slot to the right. There's the snap. Beathard turns and runs, throws in the back of the end zone.
It's that left hand. That's what popped it out.
He's got Taven Austin, and it was broken up at the last second. Get him one of those wins. 1st and 10 at the 10, play action. Laletta turns and fires back to the middle of the field. He's got a receiver across.
Hey, one last one for you, Marvin. You look like you're enjoying being a leader of these young guys. Is it keeping you younger?
Oh, most definitely, you know.
Laletta on 2nd down. Blitz is coming, gets rid of it, finds a man. It's the fullback, Staley, and he's
big-time recruit coming out of high school.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And Laletta down the field.
He came from all the way back here, yo. All the way back here. Look at this. Watch 45. Him. Watch his first steps. It's backwards. He is about, I mean, golly, bro. This man is coming here. He's reading this from all the way off the screen. We're talking like 14 yards he closes that quickly.
5-yard line. And Laletta down the field has a man in it.
That's crazy. Andre Cisco is ridiculous.
Nice. Browns at the Jags 35-yard line. 3 receivers. And Laletta throwing the quick slant, and this one is caught, and it's a
just so close to being another Jordan Smith play.
1st down and more. They have run for 22 yards. And Laletta turns and slings the pass, and Davian started back on their 8-yard line. Laletta turns and slings, and it is.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Shaq steps over here. He ruined it.
Caught for a touchdown. His 2nd of the night. He fired that one in.
And that's it. That's all we got. That's all she wrote.
Stop.
Keep going.
Yeah, turn up.
No, Gardner Minshew is such a bad quarterback.
Make a lot of noise.
Go crazy.
Duval.
Where you from?
I'm from Melbourne. Okay. You're talking to my little King Kong over there.
Yeah. All right. So it's 12 o'clock. Yo.
It is.
turn it into a 2-hour show. It's supposed to be an hour. Let's get these 5 picks. What is that noise?
Get off the.
Okay, we about to do that. That's what that noise was.
Yep.
All right. So Jay, we
Yes.
got 5 guys we got to let go of. You got the roster up?
No, because
God
they
damn.
don't have everybody, bro.
I mean, it's close. You got to go with what you got. We need 5 guys going.
All right.
Who's going?
Let me cut. Jesus Christ. DJ Daniel. Shit. God damn. Tim Jones. Trevor Lawrence. Ross Matisik. Casey McDermott.
Wait, what? You can't cut Ross Matzik?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. He's a long snapper.
He's a long snapper.
I'm just thinking.
Brandon Linder can't do that shit.
Oh, we get rid of Casey McDermott. Aaron Patrick. And
wait, you cut Aaron Patrick? He got the sack. It's your 5. My bad. Go ahead. Your 5.
Yeah, man. And last but not least, fucking Kenny Randall. Bye.
I think that can happen. Yeah, if I'm going, I think. I think I'm gonna let go of Corey Straughter. Corey Straughter got smoked several times tonight. I don't think he played exceptionally well, and you're gonna have to start trimming that cornerback room for sure. So he goes. I didn't see anything from him on special teams either. That makes me go, oh, he's gonna stay. I say we let go of one of the offensive linemen. I don't know which one. That's the hard part. Maybe Garrett McGinn or Austin Pleasance, possibly, because they play tackle and we're keeping some tackles. Maybe Will Richardson Jr., though he got a ton of play. He got beat a lot, but he got a ton of play. I don't think Kenny Randall's going. Kenny Randall has some big plays tonight. But I do think we let go of one of those defensive linemen, as well as one of the wide receivers. Which wide receiver? I don't know. Maybe Tim Jones. This might be the end of the Tim Jones train. And then maybe either Daniel Ross or Ikuale. That's who I would be thinking. That is what I would be thinking. But, man, I appreciate all y'all for rocking with us until midnight, man. It's a long one.
There's a lot of people out there. It was, bro, that shit was, it felt good, bro, just being out. You know what I'm saying? In it. And then, bro, you already know how that stadium looks at nighttime, bro. That's the most beautiful place in the world.
Beautiful. It's better than Disney.
That's the most beautiful place in the world at night, man.
It's a beautiful thing. Trevor Lawrence goes out. He shows out. He looks good in his first performance going up against Cleveland in the preseason. Next week, we got a Monday Nighter. Monday Nighter against old New Orleans. I think we will see at least a half of the ones. I'll tell you that now. And Coach Urban Meyer's got some work to do. He's got some stuff to figure out. He definitely does. He's got some cuts to make, 5 of them. And then we've also got to figure out that offensive line situation because I think Walker Little has to play. But we appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Don't overreact. I hope we calmed y'all down, gave y'all some good information, something that y'all can take and argue with your friends about.
Hey, but strap up though, because look, this is the time of the year where the show we about to y'all gonna be seeing and hearing from us a lot. Because guess what, it's about to be action.
So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. YouTube. Make sure that you click the bell notification so you're notified every time we go live, because we will be going live at unscheduled times, man. Breaking news hits, anything at all, we'll be jumping to it, going live then. So make sure you hit the
Pre-game,
notification
post-game.
button. Everything. So I'll get the stream
Halftime.
fixed this week. I'll definitely have the stream fixed this week. So the game will be streaming. I know exactly what was wrong. It was just at that point, y'all don't understand. Like, when the Jags are on, everything in the house shuts the fuck down. Nobody's allowed to talk. It's just like, shut up. If you want to talk, go to another room. Like, I'm watching the game. So I would have relocated back up to where the stream was taking place and watched the game up here. But I was already set up downstairs, and I wasn't going to miss a second of the action. So next week, I'll have y'all. Everything will be good. The stream will be taking place live in here. You'll be good to go. Make sure you subscribe to us. Make sure you share it. Make sure you put us out there. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Click the bell notification so you know when new content drops. We get it up within the first few hours after every show. What else? Social media platforms, @MinutTeal Podcast. Twitter, @MinutTeal Pod. I mean, bro, it's real simple. You know what the deal is. Just stay tuned with us, man. We appreciate all y'all for tuning in. I am your host, the Hot Take Hooligan Agent K. That guy over there, ooh, look, I did it right, is the Cannabis Analyst Agent J. And we are out of here.
CG are CG are.
Hey, that shit was funny as hell. Now we out of here.